What is up guys, Woo here, and today we're going to discuss the possibility of what if Izuku Midoriya, aka Deku, wasn't born quirkless and in fact had his parents' quirks. Now for the sake of the story, we're going to try to make the best outcome for Midoriya, so we're going to say he got both of his parents' quirks, and at the same time, for time convenience, we are only going to go over the main events in Season 1. So, without further ado, let's get started. Izuku Midoriya is a young boy who one day awakens his quirk, and he's very excited because he can breathe fire just like his father, and has the ability to levitate small objects just like his mother. Izuku still gets bullied by Kacchan, aka Bakugo, aka Katsuki, whatever you guys want to call him. Bakugo bullies Midoriya because of how much he wants to help people, and how Bakugo thinks that Izuku thinks of him as like an inferior human being because Izuku tries to always help Bakugo. So he still bullies Izuku a lot. And it still gets to his head, and he still becomes a nervous wreck like he is in the anime, in the manga, whatever you guys prefer to watch My Hero on. Now, everything's kind of the same. The opening of the anime where he gets beat up by Bakugo, it still happens because it is a 3-on-1, and Izuku as a kid, you know, he still gets his butt kicked. But when they're in junior high, Bakugo torments Izuku, telling him don't try out for UA, the #1 hero school. But Midoriya says that he wants to become the #1 hero just like All Might, so he doesn't care what Bakugo says. He will try out for UA High. So this is where the story differs from the main timeline. Izuku runs under the tunnel and sees the sludge monster. Now, what happens is that Izuku still gets caught by the sludge monster, and as Izuku feels like his life's fading away, ta-da, All Might saves him with one big Detroit smash. However, when Midoriya wakes up, he sees All Might and thanks All Might for saving his life. Just the same thing that happened in the anime. Only the difference is he doesn't stop All Might or ask him, can I still become a hero without a quirk? The only reason why he pulled All Might over is to talk to him about this. But since he has a quirk, he never pulls All Might over and to talk to All Might about becoming the #1 hero if it's possible. So All Might flies away, and Izuku thinks that was the best experience of his entire life, being saved by the #1 hero, All Might. Now, a few months go by, 10 months, and Izuku, in that 10 months, decided to train his quirk a little bit, work out a little bit, and just try to, you know, be a better fit human being. So, for the time when the entrance exam kind of starts, he's prepared. He thinks that he'll pass the written exam very well, but he's not so sure about the practical exam because he's still afraid that his quirk isn't really that fit to fight crime. So what happens is Izuku goes to the entrance exam, meets Ida, and meets Ochako. He meets Ochako the same way, and he meets Ida the same way. And this time around, Izuku isn't like stuck in terrorizing fear that he cannot do something. Instead, what he does is, while he's freaking out, he takes a huge breath and then burns the robot. And then he just got 1 point. Izuku thinks, and he says, okay, this is how I'm going to win. I'm going to burn the robots to a crisp. And if someone gets caught, maybe I can use my levitation quirk to maybe free the rebel off them and they can run away. So Izuku actually does pretty well in the practical exam, a lot better than he thought he would. He's destroying robots with the fire left and right. However, the weakness to his father's breath quirk, which I have to kind of make up since it's not really specified, is that it takes a huge toll on him, and he has to kind of like his throat kind of gets all smoky. That's the best way I'll describe it for now. So he tries to take out a lot of robots, but at the same time he has to worry about his limitation. So he runs around going after a lot of 3-pointers, but then he goes after a lot of 1-pointers too, because he thinks, okay, the more robots I take out that are 1-pointers, the more those points will add up also. And when the teacher sent in the 0-pointer, Ochako is stuck under the rebel, just like the anime. However, the difference is, Izuku, because of his training that he did 10 months, like during that whole 10-month period, he's able to levitate the boulder off of Ochako, and Ochako gets up and runs out of there. Izuku gets rescue points for saving Ochako, and he runs away from the giant robot because he doesn't think it's necessary to try to fight that thing, and then time runs out. Izuku gets 10th place on the practical exam and gets enrolled into UA because he also passed the written exam. So, after he gets his acceptance letter, he opens it and the video plays, and he's like, All Might. And he finds out that All Might is a teacher at UA. Izuku gets really excited because he can thank All Might one more time for helping him with the sludge villain and like saving his life. He's really excited, and a few days later, he goes to his first day at UA High. Now, he still gets Class 1A, Bakugo is still there, and everything is the exact same with the classroom, except for the fact that Deku doesn't have one for all. Now, when Izuku goes to the field to test his abilities, he does pretty well. Now, he doesn't do amazing, but he doesn't get last place like he did in the anime. For instance, when they do the running, he kind of uses his fire to like he breathes fire, like he does like a backwards walk, and like breathes fire to kind of boost his trajectory and speed. And during the long jump, he just spits fire on the floor, like he breathes fire on the floor, causing him to like fly really far ahead, kind of what Bakugo does, but just more like long. He like does the long jump longer than Bakugo because his fire he spreads over a larger distance. Now for levitation quirk, it's not really useful here. And Izuku doesn't get last place because of the ball throw. What he does is he throws the ball just as hard as he can, but once he sees the ball is in his aim, he breathes fire, causing it to shoot even further. And instead of getting like 700 meters, he gets like 400, 500 meters. After this, Mineta gets last place, so he leaves UA. Because if you guys don't remember, Aizawa expels the person who gets last place. Now, he didn't expel Midoriya because he saw potential in Midoriya because he just can't control his quirk. But that's not the case in this side of the story, so he just gets rid of Mineta, and Mineta is gone from UA High. Now, the Bakugo versus Deku event, I don't really know what the arc is called, but like, you know, with the rocket, and like Midoriya has to go against Bakugo. So I'll call it the Bakugo Deku arc. So when this happens, everything's the same except for his hero costume looks different. He's not trying to replicate All Might. He instead just has a suit that helps him like hold fire in his suit or something. So it just helps him like breathe fire, or he wants to shoot fire out of his hands as well. So he has these like little flamethrowers attached to his arms. And this event of the story, Izuku loses this match. Now, the reason why I say Izuku loses is because Izuku is able to do everything that he did similar to the anime, where he blocks Bakugo's hits and whatnot, but Bakugo is just a better fighter than Midoriya is, so they lose. Deku isn't able to Detroit smash the roof, and, you know, Otraku does the little swingy thing to win. So Izuku feels down about it, and All Might goes to comfort him. And All Might says something like, "Young Midoriya, even though you lost, there's always something you can learn from this experience." And Izuku realizes that maybe if he had something to prepare for, like, Bakugo's damage, he'd be okay. Now, when the USJ attack happens, Midoriya is separated, and he still gets sent to the water part. And Izuku thinks he's not that useful, since his fire quirk, obviously fire and water don't mix well, so he thinks he's useless. Well, Tsuyu, this time, it's just those two, because Mineta obviously got kicked from UA. So Tsu tells Midoriya about her quirk, and they come up with an idea, where they don't have to necessarily take out the villains, but they just can get enough air room to escape. So what Midoriya does this time around is, instead of like doing a Delaware smash, what he does is he runs off the ledge, and similar to what he does during the long jump, in the entrance exam, not the entrance, sorry, the field training is what I will call it for now, for the long jump, what he did there. So he shoots fire, even though it's not gonna do anything to the villains because there's water everywhere, he still knows that it will project him really high up. And Tsu, being able to jump really far, jumps, grabs Izuku by the tongue, like with her tongue, and then they get out of the land, like the water terror zone, or whatever you want to call it, and they're fine. Now, when they see Aizawa being hurt, Midoriya wants to go and help, but Tsuyu smacks some sense into Midoriya, saying, listen, we're not going to be able to do much, if anything. Even if you want to eliminate some villains, we need to go. And shortly after that, Midoriya actually agrees with Sue and leaves. Now, while they're trying to exit, some villains spot them, including Shigaraki, and they want to go after both. But right before they can get hit, All Might walks in, and similar things happen with the Nomu fight, everything. But when All Might defeats Nomu and Shigaraki's running towards All Might, Izuku finally has that moment like he does in episode 2 where he moves without thinking. So he, like, runs as fast as possible, breathes fire to, like, help him move up a little bit. That's kind of what his special move is. He uses the fire to, like, get some air and to move faster. And right as this happens, Midoriya sees all the rocks from Aizawa getting, like, hit in the head, like, smacked on the floor. He uses those rocks and hits Kirogiri, aka the teleporting guy, with those rocks. Kind of, like, throws him by surprise. Then Midoriya throws fire at Shigaraki, which hurts Shigaraki a lot. And while that's happening, Midoriya's panicking. He's like, what am I supposed to do? And Todoroki, Kirishima, and Bakugo run in there to help Midoriya. Obviously, Bakugo has some restraint, but Kirishima's like, come on, we gotta try to help All Might. So Bakugo ultimately goes. And while they're about to start fighting, the pro heroes come and they shoot Shigaraki, just like the anime, and that's it. And that is pretty much how Season 1 would play out. Now, that's going to be where I end the video. If you guys want to know what would happen in Part 2, be sure to tell me down in the comment section below. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.